everybody, and welcome to the final episode of Smackdown vs. Raw 2009 for the PS2. And Spear connects. Why is he kicking out of everything? And we win. Next show. Alright guys, I'm back and my start button is not working because I tried to stop to try and leave the match so I could go switch to Rey Mysterio because Rey was the legal partner. But unfortunately something's wrong with the start button. Hence why I brought out the blue controller last night. When I was getting my call ready for Smackdown vs. Raw 2010 and 2011. And of course I do have the thumbnail about who we're starting with. And of course the series for 2010 begins tomorrow. And of course after this I'm gonna go work on today's wrap-up live video, and then later I'm gonna go work on Smackdown. Anyways, the road to WrestleMania we're gonna start with is the Brand Warfare, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Edge, Mickie James, which is probably going to be the hardest one due to that objective in the Fatal 4 match. And then 2011, which I'm pretty sure 2010 has 6 Road to WrestleMania. So could that mean that we start 2011 next Sunday, or do we start on Monday? Which means the idea would be spending the rest of next week either working on Monday Night Raw, well, or maybe 3 episodes, or maybe 5 episodes of Kingdom Hearts. That's 2, because we're definitely not going to get a plush video going on next week. Then on 2011, of course, we're starting off with versus The Undertaker, because week 12 is a pain. And I keep trying to figure out what would be the best strategy to win that fight against Paul Bearer. Then we have John Cena, which involves both scenarios. Where, of course, he gets hit with the chair. He does get hit. Rey Mysterio, same thing. Hero, evil. Christian, same thing. Cashing on Shawn Michaels, cashing on Edge. And in 2010, we have, and I'm pretty sure Mickie James is the only, and Randy Orton are both ones with alternative scenarios. Like Orton, RKO, and Ted DiBiase and Dusty Rhodes at WrestleMania. Mickie James saying yes to Kendrick and yes to Natalia. And we'll get more into that in the next show. Alright, so we got Batista starting us off against The Undertaker. That is cool. There's no way he's losing because of a basic spine buster. I mean... Uh-oh. Not good. Ooh. Great. We're getting... Down he is. Wait, are you a team player or not? Right, let's just try the count-out method. And also, I also did set the count-out thing on last night. For both 2010 and 2011. I think WWE also has it set automatically. Do we get the count-out win? Please praying it is, because I cannot stand overabundance of kickouts that automatically drags the episode down. But that does it. Next show. Alright guys, so I did save the file of this match. In case things don't go right. So I believe John Morrison needs to take the pin. So, was that the way it needed to go? Let's find out. And we get a Rey Mysterio attire named the Blue Attire. That's very nice. And of course, do keep in mind, 2010 was the first game in this Road to WrestleMania Lifehold that you get to change costumes, whether it's the attires you've unlocked or Superstar Friends. Only on PS3 and Xbox 360. Just saying. Alright, time for the Royal Rumble, I believe we're going to. Alright, it's time for the Royal Rumble. And of course, I'm going to say this right now. Every time I think of the word Royal Rumble and Batista all in the same sentence, I just have PTSD to 2014 and that disaster everybody hated the most. Let's eliminate the Miz before he becomes a problem. And do keep in mind, they don't have the same elimination style when somebody is starting on the ropes like they do have in the following year's game. Number 29 is Rey Mysterio. And because we do get Vince McMahon for completing both Rey Mysterio and Batista's path, I believe you have to do one of them. And we eliminate Triple H. Time for Smackdown. Alright, we're back and we're doing another tag team match. What? Count to 3. And we win. Alright, so we got a 6-man tag team match. And is that a glitch? Because I see less crowd. I see some little crowd. Alright, let's get back to the ring. And was that enough? Let's find out. Alright, so we got to do a tag team match involving Edge. But of course, you have to spear Edge twice. And of course, since it's really starting the match, I'm going to have to try and get him to tag in. To tag out. Tag in. Because I'm not waiting in a whole day over a start button that's not working. I believe this is the first time a start button is not working. Let's do more spears. Great, this is going to be a disaster. To be honest, I think we might need to try the what happens if we try the count out method? I think I may give him more spears there, just to be safe. Alright, let's try for a count out win. Does that make it enough to get me the bonus? Well, let's find out. Damn it! I forgot to to take a look at what we get. As non-loss, we got Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Alright, next show. Alright, so I believe that, of course, we're going to start off. I believe it happens on both parts when we lose our tag team champions. Because of course, there's another objective, which is to do one finisher on Great Khali, Miz, and Morrison each. Which I believe it's saying both. I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see. But of course, I believe Batista. I'm gonna have to explore this option about the first part being Way beats Batista, as because this is the first part where Batista beats Rey Mysterio, but loses to Edge at No Way Out, and then I'm kind of confused on how would it work, on how can it work. And we win. No Way Out we go. Alright, we are at No Way Out. And of course, We got to make sure that Rey Mysterio does not win the World Heavyweight Championship. And I believe this is a scenario when Batista wins the Royal Rumble. I don't know. I'm going to have to... look into it. I have to do some work to cost Ray the match. Well, that was a horrible. This is probably going to be a long episode. Considering I need to make Ray lose to edge it No Way Out. Pin him, Edge. Just pin him. And now the referee's knocked out, which, oh boy, this is going to be a drag. This is going to drag the episode on longer. No, I cannot let him win. Pin him, Edge. If he doesn't pin him, I'll just skip to the next show. Ray's taking more damage. And Edge cannot pin him. Alright, I got to stop Ray from winning. For an objective. Alright, pin him. Just pin him and end the match. No. I wanted Rey Mysterio. No. I want Rey. Alright. Pin him, Edge. Just pin him. Right, I'll be right back. Because this is going to be a long episode. We don't have to do this stupid objective. And Edge is still doing nothing. He just does not want to pin him. Just pin his ass so we can go to the next show. Right, I'll be right back. I just don't want this episode to go on too long. Alright, we're back. And we now got tag team match once again against the Brothers of Destruction. Why? Great, this is going to be a long episode. I hate these god-awful camera cuts. I'm sorry to say this. Fuck's sakes. This is going to be a ball fest. Get out of the wing. No hot tag for you. You're not getting a hot tag. No. You're not getting a hot tag. Stay out there. This is going to be a long episode because overabundance of tag team matches. But guess what? That's not the worst part because we got to do this. Whenever that 2000... Let's get back to the wing. And we win. Is that the way it needed to go? Because if I have to do a pinfall, I'll be on the next show. Alright, so we now need to make Ray be the one to take the pin by Miss or Morrison. Which, great. I would say this, if I was to do a ranking video of the road to WrestleManias in this game, who would I have? Because I'm going to take a look at all the road to WrestleManias we've done. Well, obviously we've done... Because done Cena, Ray, Punk. So if anything, I'm probably going to put... I think I'm going to go with... I think I'd put John Cena at number 1. I'd put Cena at number 1. I'd put Punk at number 2. I'd put Triple H at number 3. I think I would put Undertaker at number 2. CM Punk number 3. Triple H at number 4. Jericho at number 5. And the tag team one on number 2. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. I mean, we'll have to see how things changes by the time we get to the Xbox 360, which is pretty much just the same thing we're getting, but with different textures in the graphics. I do not want to do that. I want to get way up so we could do a signature. And try and cost him to lose. Just pin him, he's down for good. Could it be it? What? How the hell? No, this is going to be a drag. I'm sorry. And of course, we all know that the following year's game has a road to Wrestlemania. I did not want Morrison. I want Way so we can soften him up. Because we need to make him get pinned. Way was right there. How is he kicking out of everything? I don't want to deal with Miz and Morrison. I want to help them win the title. Alright, just pin him so we can all get the bonus. He's down. Just pin him. Right, I'll be right back. I'm not dealing with my rage for the rest of this episode. As if I didn't get enough road rage earlier. Alright, so that match, that tag team match with Miz Morrison, Ray and Batista infuriated me to the point I had to grab a second controller. And of course, I think this is a format people were talking about, right? Does it work? And the answer is, yes it does. So of course, this is what we get. As my god, that match was a disaster. So to the point, I'm telling you this right now. When we get to the Xbox 360, possibly the Wii and PSP, I'm not looking forward to replaying that match. And you know what sucks? I gotta do it for both paths to get the movesets. Which, please spare me. Anyways, let's go to the next show. Alright, so we have a 1-on-2 handicap match. Alright, let's get back to the ring. Was that it? Hope so. So I don't need to waste my rage all day. Mercifully. Alright, so what is that handicap match we're supposed to be having? Alright, so I don't think there's a handicap match. Because I'm generally confused now. And of course, we got Ray versus Big Daddy V. Well, hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, wait. Why is it showing a Smackdown graphic at Wrestlemania? Oh great, this is gonna be a disaster awaiting. As if that tag team match wasn't bad enough. Well, that was a horrible timing. Now I gotta restart the whole process again. As that is surprising to nobody. I need to get way out of the frame. I want the white man. Great. You are so done for. Think you could... What are you doing, referee? Are you even in a referee? Or are you just trying to do a screw job? So I can waste my entire day when I have a wrap offline video to make later tonight. Now I need to get way out of the ring. Just end this match already before my rage temperature goes even higher. To the point I get in hot water with my mom. I need to do a spine buster. I gotta get way out of the ring. How is he kicking out of everything? Spine buster, spear. Do you think he would? You think he would lose? Nope. All right, let's. Always knocked out. And we did it. And I'm pretty sure we're now going to get Vince McMahon. And there we go. We got Vince McMahon. Now, of course, we're not done yet, because I got to go get the other thing for when you have Batista get pinned, and then the Saturday Night Main Event Arena. So we're not done yet. So I'll be right back. So, I believe that you have to, well, obviously you need to have Ray take the pin. Now we're gonna make Batista lose. Which, I'll be right back. My god, I wish I would never play that tag team match ever again. But guess what? We're gonna have to do it by the time we go to the PS2, PSP, Wii, and Xbox 360, which, please spare me. But I guess I'm gonna have to swallow up and deal with it. Alright. And of course, do keep in mind that if Edge retains it No Way Out, you can do either scenarios. Just saying. And to be honest, I'm wondering, how do we get that handicap match? Because I would say this episode has been riddled with confusement. So of course, I'm going to have to... Well, my second controller can't do that. So I guess I'm going to have to finish this match. Which was something I was playing minutes ago. And of course, we do have a bombshell announcement that on September 30, on the September 5th edition of Friday Game Night, there's going to be a rematch between Sonic and Tails, but it will not be on Sega Superstar Tennis. It says Sonic is actually challenging Tails into a different match. What will it be? We're going to have to wait. And of course, a rematch is set for September 5th, whereas on August 29th, because we're going to have another episode of Kingdom Hearts for the PS2. Because it's pretty much going to be Kingdom Hearts Marathon between August 25th to August 30th, which is on Clash of Powers week. And of course, the video schedule, and of course, new plush videos up right now from yesterday, as of course, the upcoming plush videos. Well, I think I'll talk about more of that when we get to Saturday night. Well, actually, we're going to talk about it now. As of course, Monday, we have Kingdom Hearts 3, Episode 3, with Stella. Of course, the guys that's going to be featured on the next episode of Plush Gameplay would be Stella, Red, Amy Rose, Sonic, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Spartacus, Batman, Mario, Luigi, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. Well, if he kicks out, I'll talk about what's going on August 19th. August 19th, we have Winnie the Pooh, where of course you got Winnie the Pooh, Chewbacca, Han Solo, Red Cooper, and Cooper. Wednesday, the 20th, we're going to have another episode of The Simpsons game, where of course we will have Spartacus and Randy Orton. Then of course we're going to have Friday Game Night with Kingdom Hearts Walkthrough number 4. As you got Roman Reigns, Sonic, Cyborg, the Joker, and Spartacus. And then the day after, we have another Simpsons episode, but with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and John Cena. And then, of course, this is where the Kingdom Hearts Marathon comes into play, starting on August 29th, and it ends on August 30th. As of course, September 1st is Nick and Ashley, the babysitter. As we'll talk about who will be on the first 4 episodes of the Kingdom Hearts Marathon. Alright. So, of course, so I think it's all 3 a finisher. Great. This is going to end in a disaster. To the point, I'm just willing to end this episode. But don't worry, we got this objective to do. And it will be good to go. So I believe this is the path where Batista or Way would win at No Way Out. Well, I think Way would have won at No Way Out. But because I only have this match left, and we're going to be done for the day. Now, of course, I did save the file in case things don't go right. But my god, that Tag Team Championship match, when, of course, the person who's not the player is going to have to eat the pinfall. That is very difficult. Because it's chances where the wrong person, where either whoever you're wrestling is getting a pin, is eating the pin. I think I want Miz to come in next. Nope, he's not making the tag. I don't know if giving someone who's not the legal participant in the finisher is going to work. Alright, so now I need to get The Miz out. And because I think I want to go with a count-out win. This could be a disastrous objective, and playing his way doesn't really help that much. I hate this camera cut. I'm sorry. I don't know if ringside finishes counts. Alright. Since I heard that you're messing around with Batista. Uh-oh. He's got that fucking reversal. And he's about to get back in the ring. I cannot let him do that. No. I hate this. If you thought that tag team match where Miz and Morrison has to pin the person who's not the player was bad, I mean, that sums up disaster right there. And my god, I hate those camera cuts. I cannot imagine how bad it would be on the following year's edition of the game. I mean, we're gonna have to wait till that series comes in. Because if I try something, he's gonna reverse. Please. Count. Yes! I'm hoping this leads to something. And of course, our final reward for the series is the Saturday Night Main Event Arena. As mercifully, this game is done. I'm sorry for the lot of wagings you got in this episode, because nonetheless, thanks for watching the Smackdown vs. Raw 2009 series, and I'll be back tomorrow for Smackdown vs. Raw 2010 when we start the Brand Warfare, and I will be back, and then of course, maybe later that night, I will be working on Smackdown if I don't have enough time after I sort out today's Rap Flame video. Until then, I'll see you all tomorrow for 2010, plush gameplay, and Smackdown. Thanks for watching.